Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund.
Welcome to Beyond the Badge, a program about the inner workings of the Edina Police and Fire Departments. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sergeant Brian Hubbard. The Edina Fire Rescue and Inspections Department recently named Dr. Paul Nystrom as their medical director. Until recently, Nystrom had served as associate medical director. He assumed responsibility of director when Dr. Jeff Ho tendered his resignation after 15 years. Nystrom brings extensive emergency training to this position. He served 4 years in the Navy, spending most of his time as a dive medical officer stationed with the SEALs, and has worked as an emergency room doctor at a Level 1 trauma center. Nystrom did his residency in emergency medicine at HCMC and completed his fellowship in emergency medical services.
It's a very good group of guys here, very motivated guys, very experienced paramedics. I think Dr. Ho did a very nice job as a medical director over the many years that he was here, and I think we're well poised to go into the future carrying on that same tradition of quality care for our patients.
Nystrom will oversee the fire department's medical practices, serve as case liaison for the hospital, and represent the department at the EMS Council. All of Edina's paramedics now work under his medical license. Dr. Nick Simpson will step into the role of Associate Medical Director. Now that spring is underway, many residents are eager to work in their yards, tend their gardens, and take on landscaping or home exterior projects. Unfortunately, some don't think about what's in the ground beneath them before they dig. Electrical and natural gas lines can be found inches from the surface and can be easily damaged with garden and household tools. A ruptured gas line or an encounter with an electrical line can cause physical harm or even death. Let's join Captain Ryan Quinn to discuss what you need to do prior to digging and what you should do if you suspect a natural gas leak.
We're here at Public Works, City of Edina, with Coordinator Dave Gorgon. How are you doing today, Dave?
I'm good, Ryan. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good.
Now that the weather is improving and we've got a lot of outside projects going on, I'd like to talk a little bit about safe practices and digging.
Sure. Before you do any digging, you should always call Gopher State 811 is a central clearinghouse, and what they do is then notify all the public and private utilities to go out and mark that work zone. It's a 48-hour business day lead time, so if you call on Monday at 12 noon, you can't dig until Wednesday at 12 noon.
Okay.
So it gives the time for the utility locators to get out there, mark their facilities, and then you can safely dig.
And who is it that will come out and do the locating?
Public Works has a full-time locating operator. He's responsible to mark water, sanitary sewer, storm sewer, city-owned fiber, city-owned electric, including traffic lights and signals, and also irrigation in some of our parks.
So this is going to be a city employee that shows up.
Correct.
So the homeowner can expect to see City of Edina vehicle out front.
Absolutely.
And then they're going to spray paint their lawn.
Yes, all the utilities are color coded. So you have blue for water, green for both sewers, orange for fiber and communication, yellow is gas, red is power, irrigation is purple. Temporary survey marks are pink, so you'll see those in a lot of the road reconstruction areas. And then white is where you're supposed to mark for the proposed excavation.
So as you're planning your project, you'll take the white spray paint and mark out exactly where
Correct.
You're going to want those.
They'll still ask for a verbal description of where you're digging, but they ask and actually require now the white markings just for another safety factor.
And what should people be calling for? If, say, someone's just going to do a little gardening in their backyard, is that something that they should call for?
If it's something that you know about, you've had a vegetable garden there for 20 years and you know nothing new has gone in there, you're probably safe to hand dig, rototill it. But if it's going to be a new installation, it's a wise decision to get a call and just make sure that there's nothing there that you could potentially hit.
Better be safe than sorry. And some of these electrical lines, gas lines, they can be pretty close to the surface.
Yeah, they can. There's rule of thumbs for buried depth, but over the course of landscaping and regrading, you're right, you can find stuff right underneath the sod that you would never thought was there.
And should they find something accidentally or smell that rotten egg smell, what should they do after that?
If you've dug somewhere and you see a patch of dead grass in a circular pattern, If you hear hissing, you know, if you clank something and you suspect it, but you're not spelling it, it's still better safe than sorry. Stop what you're doing, clear the work area, clear everybody away, get to a safe distance, call 911. You know, people think that quick they can call their cell phone. There's a small electrical impulse from that phone. There's a potential for explosion. You want to back away and then get the emergency services en route.
A lot of good information today. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We're going to remember that we're always going to call 811 before we dig.
Every time, free service.
It's a free service, like you say.
Yep.
We'll do it every time. Brian, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ryan. Residents can also go to the Gopher State One Call website and request that underground utilities be marked near the area in which you will be digging. The website is www.gopherstateonecall.com. As bicycling continues to grow in popularity, the Edina Police Department is focusing in on promoting bike safety this month. Safe cyclists recognize that they are obligated to obey the same laws as motorized vehicles. Abiding by the law promotes harmony on our shared public roadways and helps keep both cyclists and motorists safe. On behalf of the City of Edina's Public Safety Team, thanks for tuning in to learn a little bit more of what goes on beyond the badge. Until next time, stay safe.